Good morning. Happy October 1st. Can y'all believe it's October 1st? I cannot. I am doing a, today is National Coffee Day. Did y'all know that? I am doing a recipe share. I'm in an event. I'm gonna wait for some people to pop on. Actually, I don't see any eyeballs. So let me grab my. Hold on one second. Let's see. I'm here. We're playing Marco Polo. Hi, good morning. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Nora. Good morning, everybody. Come on in. It's early bird special. So, I'm at an event today with the Sacred Treasure House. So I'm going to wait for someone from there to pop in and share me over into the group. And we'll get started. Today is National Coffee Day. I don't know if y'all knew that, but it's National Coffee Day. And this event with the Sacred Treasure House is all about National Coffee Day. So I thought, why don't we make something to go with our coffee? Hey, Lisa. Hey, Cindy. Hello. You've been up since 3 Central. I didn't go to sleep till about 3 Eastern. I kept laying there. It never fails. If I've got something early the next day, I cannot sleep. So, hey, Amanda, you're awake too? Oh, my goodness. Okay. These are super easy recipe. It's pumpkin spice donuts. Now, it does require a donut pan. Yeah, does everybody have their coffee? Mine is over here. I want to show y'all something that I got. I love this. If you like just black coffee, you probably won't care about this. But I like to doctor up my coffees. Let me grab mine. I just brewed it real quick. I want to show y'all something. Something fun with the creamer that I like to do. Okay. So I've got my coffee. We got, I need to raise y'all up a little. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Wendy. 2 Wendy's. Oh, hang on. Okay. Hey, Cheryl. Good morning. Okay, so I want to show y'all real quick before we start baking the donuts. We're doing pumpkin spice donuts, y'all. So I got my husband an espresso for his birthday. It was actually, our birthdays are the same week. So it was kind of for both of us. I don't like real strong coffee. But it came with, have y'all seen these, the little frother things? It came with this. And I just wanted this. I don't even think he uses this. I use it every time I make a cup of coffee. So anyway, it's got a little button on the front. And if you push it once, it turns red and it froths, it heats and froths your creamer. Or whatever kind of, milk or whatever you put in there. If you hit it twice, I can't remember if you hit it twice or if you hold it. I haven't used it, the cold version yet. But it chills it and still froths it. So I want to show y'all. Some of you have probably seen this. We'll plug it in over here. Okay. So it just comes with this little, let me turn it on a little bit. Okay. So it's got this little thing. So you just put it on there. Let me get my creamer. So you put, however much creamer you're going to put in there. Now, some people make their own, like, cold foam or whatever, and flavor, like heavy cream or whatever. So just pour, I usually pour extra. You just pour it in there, and then you just push the button. And see, can y'all see it turned red? and it just starts whirling it around and whipping it up, and it's heating it also. So that way you're not pouring cold creamer into your hot coffee. And because I used to do that and my coffee would be like lukewarm and I'd have to warm it up in the microwave. This is awesome. So just one of my favorite things. Okay, so while it's whipping up, but I'll show y'all how good it looks. And then I always sprinkle a little cinnamon on top of my coffee. So let me show y'all, hold on, I'm gonna show you a picture. These are the pumpkin spice donuts that we're gonna make. And it's so easy because it does cheat. I know somebody is probably gonna see this video and be like, you could easily do that with flour and baking powder and all that. You could. Now, if you can't, because it's easy because it uses a pumpkin spice, I mean, not pumpkin spice, a spice cake, a box spice cake mix. I feel like this lighting is terrible in here. I'm under island light. Island light, sounds like I'm on vacation. My island, hold on. Okay, hey Bonnie. Yeah, it's even quiet. Okay, it's done. It only takes like 60 seconds, I think. Watch. I still can't, I haven't mastered the whole fancy, you know, but if y'all can see. And it's like steaming. I don't know if y'all can see that either. But I'll turn y'all down a little bit. Hey Diane, good morning. Hold on, we're gonna, but I did espresso. I have the vanilla, sweet vanilla or something like that. But anyway, it's all foamy. So I'm just gonna, I still can't do the designs. Oh wait, I'm doing a heart. Well, I was. Oh well, I messed it up. So anyway, it's got this little thing down there and it's super easy to wash. All you do, I believe you can put this part in the dishwasher, but I always hand wash it. If you rinse it out and then pull this little thing out, I always clean it because see how the milk or cream or whatever gets in there. But then I'll just hand wash this and let it dry. But it's so stinking easy. And look, you got your fancy little coffee. Sprinkle some cinnamon. Now, when I get done with mine, it looks like a cinnamon roll. My husband always says when I get through with coffee, it's not coffee anymore. It's a dessert. But since I didn't do a fancy design, I'm just gonna stir it. I always think it looks like a cinnamon roll when it's done. So, cheers. I hope y'all have your coffee. It is so awesome. It came with the Nespresso and I got a bundle deal. I'll post the link because I was showing my aunt and she was like, I need that. Because she was always talking about how her coffee gets cold and she always has to heat it up in the microwave after she adds her creamer. So I was like, you sound like me. You must be adding enough creamer to cool it off. So anyway, it's just this little thing. And this, and it does hot or cold. So it's really cool. All right, I'm gonna put this over here. We're gonna get started. Okay, so I've got this donut pan. I've got a mini donut pan and a regular. I might end up making both, I don't know, but we're gonna make the big ones together. So super easy. Like I said, we are using a box cake mix. I had a hard time finding spice cake. I've been trying to order it because I knew I was going to do this for this event. And every time I would order it with my groceries, they would say it was out. But yesterday I finally got some. But hold on, let me put this up here. They're so good. I had to get a sip. If you can't find a spice cake mix, you can just get a yellow cake mix, box cake mix, and do, I think you add like nutmeg and cinnamon and ground cloves, and that'll make it like a spice cake. I love the Nespresso. Now, I have a Keurig. I have 2 coffee bars. I have one in there that's mine, and I always decorate it and stuff, but And then we have the coffee bar in here, but I tend to use this one sometimes if I want that foamy, frothy coffee. But we love it. My husband bought one of those big, what's the brand? Phillips, big espresso machine with the frother thing, the attachments, all that. It was a lot of money, and I was so mad when he bought it because it was, to me, it was a little complicated. It was a pain in the butt to clean it. One of the features, it said it was so easy cleaning, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, that thing was not easy to clean. I mean, every time I'd pull it out, I was like, okay. Anyway, I didn't like it. It's down in our basement now. We've got like a bar lounge area down there. And so I stuck it down there, but I bought him this for his birthday, and it's not very big. It's super, the one I got, it's got the tall water chamber thing. So I'll post the link on here because it was a really good bundle deal that I got. And it came with that frother thing I love. Hey, Jeanette. Hey, Penny. Good morning. I know I like my coffee kind of fancy. Okay, let's make this because it doesn't take long at all. They only cook 10 minutes. So let's see. Let's start with our batter first. Okay, so it's 1 box spice cake mix, just a regular box cake. I ordered the Duncan Hines. That's what I kept ordering, and it kept saying out, you know, or the shopper just couldn't find it. This one is Walmart brand, Great Value Spice Cake. I know it's backwards. So you're just gonna take that. Scissors. But this makes it super easy. I'm sure you can find a recipe where you could do it totally homemade from scratch. But we're in an event today, so I'm gonna make it quick. All right, so 1 box of cake mix. I will post the I'll post the whole recipe for y'all after this. Oh, I meant to open that can of pumpkin. You're gonna need pumpkin, real pumpkin, not pumpkin pie filling, but real pumpkin. Okay, you need a cup of that. I tried to prep everything in advance, measure everything out, melt the butter, blah, blah, blah. I forgot to open my can of pumpkin. So these are gonna be so good. And they're gonna be pretty. They have like a streusel, like a crumb cake topping. So they're gonna be yummy, yummy, yummy. Hey, my spoon almost matches my shirt. All right, so we need 1 cup of pumpkin. I'm gonna put my powdered sugar in here. Okay, so we need 1 cup of this. I love baking pumpkin stuff because it just makes your house smell like fall. I woke up with the sniffles, y'all. Okay, 1 cup of pumpkin. Not pumpkin pie filling, just pumpkin. Okay, and then 2 eggs. Let me get this over here. All right, 2 eggs. I need to lower y'all down. Hang on 1 second, I will. I could probably scoot y'all back a little bit too. Good morning. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Christina. Okay, see you later, Penny. All right. Let's see, I'm gonna scoop this up a little bit. All right, so we've got a box of spice cake mix, 1 cup of pumpkin, 2 eggs, and then 3 tablespoons of melted butter. I've already melted the butter. And it's sat here for a second, so hold on. I melted it, but it sat there for a minute. Okay, got our butter. And that's it for the batter. So these are cake donuts. It's gonna have a glaze also, but I think that would be optional because you know how cake donuts are just cakey. All right, so we got all that. Let me go ahead and I think we'll work on the other. So the oven's preheated to 350. We are going to make the streusel topping. Okay, so that is, I'm going to set that aside for now. I've already measured these out. It's going to be 1/2 cup of brown sugar. That always cracks me up whenever I do it. It's like scoop it out into a ball. Okay, 1/2 cup of brown sugar. You could use Swerve. I think that's what that is. Substitute, brown sugar substitute. 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. And then it's a teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. These. And 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Now, gotta zap it real quick. Okay, and then you'll mix this up, and it's gonna be kind of crumbly, like they say gravelly. You want it kind of coarse. Butter. Mix this up. Get all this butter. Okay. I'm actually going to use it for. All right. Can y'all see this? Oh, I grabbed all the little bowls that I have. I used to have this weird, I don't know. I had this weird thing. I always have a weird thing, y'all. But at one point, my weird thing was I loved collecting little bitty bowls. Any kind of, I would go like to Home Goods and stuff like that. You know, you just see random little bowls. You know, there might be 2, and you're like, oh, I gotta have them. So I've got all these tiny little bowls. And a lot of times I'll use them like if I give the dogs a pup cup, you know, a little cup of whipped cream or something. They're these cute little bitty bowls. But they're perfect for pre-measuring out your ingredients like this. Okay. All right, so it's kind of dry. That little bit of wet butter kind of makes some of it stick. All right, I'm gonna set that aside, and then I'm gonna take my batter that I threw everything in here, and I'm gonna take the mixer and just kind of beat it real quick. Let me get on the recipe sheet. Now it says you could use a hand mixer, stand mixer, or whisk it by hand. Either way. Batter will be very thick. Okay. So here we go. Oh, it already smells so good. Between the pumpkin and that spice cake mix. Oh, that smells yummy. Gotta get it all mixed together. What's cooking fried? Friend, I think you said friend, fried. We're making pumpkin spice donuts this morning. Today is National Coffee Day, so we're making something to go with our coffee. All right, so it says to transfer this to a bag because you're going to pipe it into your donut pan. And like I said, I've got the mini donuts and then the regular size donuts. I think I'm gonna start with these. There's gonna be plenty. It makes a lot. I think it makes like 24 donuts. I don't know if it means 24 of these. I think it means these big ones. But I'm gonna kind of mix it up a little. So let me spray this pan real quick. I hate the smell of the stuff, like nonstick spray. I don't know why. I think anything aerosol I hate. Okay, so I'm going to, I've got Ziploc baggies, but it seems like all the ones that I have now have this pleated bottom, which I don't like because it makes it a pain to do this where you're piping your stuff. So I've also got just these plain, I bought a whole bunch of these plain plastic baggies like this for my whatnot stuff. Speaking of which, I'm doing a whatnot show tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern time. I have more craft supplies. I'm doing like gallon size baggies of craft supplies starting at like $1. So yeah, but I bought a bunch of these. I'm gonna use one of these. Hold on, let me get a cup. All right, we're gonna pipe this in here. Okay. You'll see. You've never made donuts before. Y'all, they're so easy. Especially if you get these, I think I've seen these donut pans at Goodwill. I got some on Amazon. You can find them everywhere though. I'll link those too. But these are cake donut because it's using a box cake mix. But these are so, I've made pumpkin donuts before. I haven't made pumpkin spice, so this is a new one for me. And you know what? Even if you don't like pumpkin spice coffee, I think you would like these. I probably don't need to put it all in here, but why not? Why not? Go ahead and get it all out of the way. There's room. And they don't take long to cook. I mean, y'all saw these were just typical, I think other than the spice cake, you know, the little cake mix. And it said if you can't find spice cake, you could use yellow cake mix, like a box of yellow cake, and it told you you would add like cinnamon, cloves, ground cloves, and nutmeg. So, all right, so that's all I'm doing. Put this in this little bag. Okay, let me, oh, there's my scissors. And I'm just gonna snip the tip of it off. This is the fun part. You don't eat donuts. You know what, my daughter's first job was Dunkin' Donuts. They built a brand new one up the street, and it was right at the end of, you know, the road that we live down. Well, not down. You come down the road to our subdivision. And it was brand new, and she got a job there. And at the end of the night, they would either throw out the donuts or let the employees take them home. And this was when she was like 16, I think. She, if I had to go pick her up, like if she used my car or anything, if she didn't use my car, and I had to go pick her up, she smelled like donuts and waffle cones when I'd pick her up. And then she'd come home with all these donuts. It was so bad. We gained so much weight. And I was like, you gotta stop. Don't bring any more home. All right, so I'm just gonna take and snip off, it says about 3/4 inch. I'm just gonna, these are kind of fat little cavities, but I'm probably gonna use the mini ones too, so I don't wanna cut it too big. I'll just drop that in there. All right, so I'm gonna tilt y'all down just a little bit. Tomorrow, the craft supplies, it's all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be, there's gonna be some wood kit pieces, because I have a laser, I have wood cut pieces. There's those really good scissors. I don't know if y'all know those titanium scissors, Fiskar. I got a pair of those that's going in there. I'm just gonna pipe these in here. All kinds of crafting embellishments. We have so much fun on there. If you're not part of Whatnot, I'm gonna post the link again on my page today. And if you join through that link, it gives you a $15 shopping credit. Boy, I tell you, when I got mine, I used it like immediately. Can y'all see? Okay, good. But there's gonna be like ribbon, Christmas stuff, fall stuff, mostly. I do have some finished pieces. I wonder if I should, I'll fill it a little more. I know these are gonna puff up, so I don't wanna do too much. I wanna fill that in. Okay. All right, and then you want to take that crumb topping. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to take some of this crumb. This is that little streusel topping that we did. And I'm just going to sprinkle some of that. I got a fork here. I'm just going to sprinkle some on each one. I should get a spoon. I'm actually going to use my fingers. It's just me and Greg eating these, so I don't think he cares. He's probably not even supposed to be eating these. Okay. All right, so we're gonna pop them in the oven for about 9 to 10 minutes. It's 350 degrees. All right, pop them in. Oh, let me set the timer. I'm bad about that. All right. Now, it's like I said, sorry, hello. There's a glaze that you drizzle on it, but I think since these are cake donuts, if you wanted to skip it, you could. I'm not going to put it on all of them, but I am going to put it on some. But I think they'll be just as good without the glaze. You know what? While those are baking, I've got a little craft. Now, it's not fall, but sorry. I know, coffee and donuts. I got my coffee over here. Put this back. So I've been, listen, I've been on this mission. I saw something on Pinterest. You know, you see something, you're like, oh, next time I'm out, I got to find this. So I was looking, I've been like on the hunt for wooden spoons. Just, you know, old wooden spoons. I know you can go to Dollar Tree and get them, but I thought, well, maybe I can find some at a yard sale or a thrift store. I don't want to pay more than $1 because I can go to Dollar Tree and get them for $1 or Dollar General. But I wanted to find unique ones. So every time I go out, if I find some, I grab them. And then I got to looking the other night and I was like, oh my God, I need to get to work. So let me move this and I gotta show y'all. Let me show you my collection of wooden spoons that I've collected over the past probably maybe like 2 months. I wanna make something. But look at these. I mean, and not just wooden spoons. I also got like, it was a little bundle of teaspoons like this. And you can see, I started to paint one. I want to make a little snowman. I've seen them on Pinterest. I want to make little snowmen with these. But it was like a whole bundle of them for $1. But check this out. So, you know when you go into the thrift store, it drives me nuts when, if I was having a garage sale and I was selling bookends, I would sell a pair of bookends. But you know, with Goodwill, everything's separate. Bookends are separate. Salad tongs, I mean, you need two. You don't want just one salad tong, you know. Well, they were selling them separate, and I went for it. I only bought, there was like a fork looking one, and then this one. And I was like, well, I really just want this. And I like it because it had this cool swirl. But isn't that pretty? So anything that was like a spoon look. Now look at this thing. It was $1.09. So I was like, hey, that'll work. It's like a big spoon, like a paddle. Man, it's like a paddle. Maggie, better behave. Just kidding. Maggie's like, shut up. Look at this one. It was $1, also $1.09. Hey, Carol Ann. Kimmy Champagne. Hello. What a cool name. Sounds like a movie star. Kimmy Champagne. Cute. I've seen them painted like a gingerbread man or a snowman. I even saw one, and I went looking for it. Somebody had painted one like a pumpkin. Here's one I started too. I gave him a little scarf. I didn't give him a face. But this thing, I don't know. But I was like, hey, that'll work too. You can make ornaments. You could just paint up a bunch of them and put them in a little jar or like a little vase type thing. I like these that are just, wait, is that not that one? Look, this one is a little wonky. Look how it's curved. This looks like friends, right? It's like a couple. There's a good one. So anyway, I have been collecting these. Every time I go, there's $1.09. So I finally looked down. I came home with some over the weekend. I was like, oh my gosh, Jennifer, I think you need to stop. So I've got plenty. He's a little skinny guy. So anyway, I think I want to paint one to look like a snowman. So let's play around with one while we're waiting on those donuts. Oh, you know what? Before I even start on that paint, the glaze, look at my hair. The glaze for these is, let me see. The glaze is just powdered sugar, 1 cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of milk, and a ½ teaspoon of vanilla. And I got that all right here. So I already dumped the powdered sugar, 1 cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of milk, and yes, ½ teaspoon of vanilla. I love vanilla though. Do a little extra vanilla. Do more. I love vanilla. Okay. I'm gonna mix this up real quick. That way it'll be ready. As soon as those come out, you've got to let them cool for like 5 minutes. And then you can put the glaze on them, or you probably could leave it off because, like I said, they're cake donuts, so they probably don't even need the glaze. Good morning, Jackie. Hello. Hey, Amy. So, all the early birds. I usually don't do this early. But it's good because, you know what, I was telling y'all yesterday on my live, I was in a thrift store Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Kind of late in the afternoon, and they're closed on Sunday and Monday. So they've been closed. They were probably open maybe 3 more hours when I was there, when I left. There was this like entryway table, nothing fancy, but it had these drawers. It was in very good shape. It was really sturdy. I have nowhere to put it, but I want it. Y'all ever get like that? You see something, hey, Miss K. So I saw this entryway table, and it was only $35, and it was sturdy. The drawers slide open really easy. It was a kind of a dark mahogany looking, but I want to paint it. I want to give it a little makeover. If nothing else, paint it, maybe sell it, or see if Callie can use it in her apartment or something like that. If not, I don't know. I'll do something with it. But it was $35. And the way they work there is after like so many days, it'll say on the ticket like the date that it came in, and it's $35. On this date, on October 1st, if it's still here, it drops to this price. On this date, this price. So today, if it's still there today, it drops to like 20 something dollars. But they have a point system. It's a reward system. So when you check out, you put in your phone number and you build up rewards points. So I got a text that I've earned like $10 off my next purchase. So I was like, if it's 20, like I think it was like $26. It'll only be 16 if it's still there with my $10. So when I get off here, they open at 9, and my portion of this event ends at 9. So I'm probably gonna run out real quick. It's not too far from my house. And if it's there, it's a sign to get it. If not, then no big deal. Hi, Suzanne. Good morning. Okay, this is mixed. This is just the glaze for these pumpkin spice donuts. I'm gonna sit it over here. I'm going to sip of my coffee. That is so good. Okay, let's paint a snowman onto one of these wooden spoons. I'm thinking this little roundish, kind of roundish one. I just have my white Bear paint from Home Depot. I love this. This is semi-gloss, so some of them I have are just like satin. I think I got satin on all the others. Okay, so I saw this on Pinterest, so I'm just gonna paint like the little round area here. I'll tilt y'all down just a little. Hey, Debbie. Can y'all see? Oh, as soon as I start painting. I'm coming. So yeah, I was like, every time I would go out, I was like, oh, if I see a wooden spoon, if it's $1 or around $1, you know, like I said, if it's just a plain old wooden spoon, like you could get it good, Dollar General or, okay, Dollar Tree, I wouldn't get it, but hold on, let me grab these. Oh my gosh, they smell amazing. Amazing. Okay, they got the little crumb topping on them. So we're gonna let them cool for about 5 minutes, okay? And then we're gonna transfer them to a wire rack. They smell so good, y'all. Let me get my wire back. Okay. Okay, dokie. Y'all. I was saying on here one time, every now and then, Greg will just unload the dishwasher. Just out of the blue. Not often, but every now and then. But when he does, it's like a scavenger hunt for the next week. I can't find anything. Now, we've got these cabinets. These are like custom built cabinets and they go way up. So like, I can't reach things at the very top unless I get a stool. So I usually don't put anything at the top. I mean, unless I'm storing something that I might use like once a year or something like that. So when I got ready to get my stuff out to do this live this morning, the little batter bowl that I got recently, I got it at Goodwill, I think. It was a bowl from Target, still had the tag on it and everything. It was a heart-shaped turquoise bowl. It was perfect, it's nice and deep. I go to get it and I'm like, where is it? I don't know if y'all can see. Don't look at the mess in my kitchen, but look. Do you see that blue thing at the very tip top up there? Right there. I can't reach that. So I was like, oh, I don't want to go look for the stool. So every time he puts something away, I guess he's like, where am I going to put this? So he just looks for an empty spot to throw things. And I find things all over. There'll be something in the cabinet above the refrigerator. I don't use that. There's like I think there's a chip and dip thing up there, a blender, an old, like a spare blender. He'll throw things up there. I'm like, who? Nobody uses that cabinet. Why would you put things there? So I thought that was funny. I was like, where's that blue bowl? And it's just it stands out because it's a bright blue. But it cracks me up. You saw somebody do I know, I've seen gingerbread men, snowmen. Oh, they're so cute too. So I had been like, well, I realized I have quite the collection here, so I better get to painting. Y'all, I'm doing a Christmas whatnot show. I'm sorry, I keep talking about my whatnot stuff, but it's so fun. I've got a Christmas show coming up. It's 1 month away. I scheduled it out because I didn't think people would really be in the mood for buying Christmas stuff yet. And it gives me time to keep adding to it, but I've got quite a bit of stuff already listed on there. But it's a Christmas show. It's an auction. And it's called Vintage, Thrifted, and Handmade. So it's going to be stuff that I've either found, you know, at estate sales, thrifting. Some of it looks vintage. I found some ribbon. Hold on, I'm going to show y'all this ribbon. Do y'all have a Sears near you? Do you know what I'm talking about? Sears department store? Let me show you this ribbon. We don't have a Sears anymore. Hang on. But I found, look at this ribbon. 2 brand new rolls, and it's from Sears. The tag on it says Sears. Each one is 16 feet. 2-inch wired ribbon. But look, it's got like buttons. Isn't that cute? It must be really old because, I mean, we don't have a Sears anymore. We haven't had Sears around here for quite a while. I got those. Those are going to be in there. I haven't listed them in there yet. I just got those. Look at these placemats. Now, I don't know. These might be fun to craft with, but look at these placemats. Are those not the cutest? And they're velvet. So pretty. Little elf. Yeah, I haven't seen Sears in a long time, but there's a set of 4 of these. These are going to be in my little Christmas show. So, you're not on Whatnot, I'm going to post that link again so y'all, but if you are on Whatnot, go over and bookmark my show. It's going to be November 1st. All right, let me finish this last, and then we'll grab those donuts. Sears went out of business, did they? God, Sears, I mean, I remember the Sears catalog, the JCPenney catalog. Remember the Christmas wish book when y'all were a kid? Y'all remember that? Okay, look at my little snowman's face. Y'all, my eye's been twitching since yesterday. It's so weird. Okay. All right, let me wash my hands real quick. Oh, I even got, look, pumpkin cupcake soap at Bath and Body Works. Smells so good. Makes me want to go get the candle that goes with it. I love fall, all the fall smells. All right, I'm gonna grab the donuts and we're gonna, yes, the wish book, the wish book. I mean, I guess now we have the internet for all that stuff, but it was just fun to just sit and flip through that big old book. Okay. All right, y'all, I'm gonna post this recipe. Can y'all still see? I feel like I need to turn on a bigger light. All right, I got my wire rack. You know, I'm gonna put a tray under here because I'm gonna glaze a few of these. That'll catch the glaze. Okay, this is cooled a little bit. All right, so here they are. You can see the crumb topping. It's like a streusel topping. All right, here we go. Let's try not. Oh, bottom is still warm. Okay, let's see if I put enough nonstick spray on here. I don't want to bang it on this. Oh well. Oh God. Hang on, I might have to. I'll move them. I'll transfer them to that. There goes one, two. Ooh, that one's stuck. I probably didn't spray it real good. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more. 6. They should pop out if you spray it better. I didn't spray it good. Okay. Yeah, we'll transfer it over here. Okay, so I broke one. Can you see these? Take me down some more. Hey, Kathy. Okay, let me turn them back over. So you can see the little streusel topping. And you could go crazy with that. I didn't put much on mine. There's a whole lot in that bowl. All right, so I'm gonna turn these over. All right, so one came apart. There we go. And like I said, it's got this glaze, which is powdered sugar and milk. I am not pretty and put together, girl. Woo, but thank you. I'm on a mission. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to have to run. Y'all, Wendy is up after me with Simply Bewitching by Wendy. I'm gonna have to turn her on while I'm driving and just listen. But I'm on a mission to go to that thrift store and see if that table is still there. What time is it? It's 1:49. Okay. All right, I'm gonna spin some of this on here. Spoon. All right, I'm gonna glaze one of them because I don't want them to be soggy. I think it'd be better if you glaze them right when you're ready to eat them, or glaze them and put them in the fridge, and maybe it'll kind of firm up a little. I don't know. I'm gonna glaze one. Okay. All right. Let me get a little plate for it. Another little dish. Let's see. We have a teacup. All right, don't laugh, but the only little small plate I have is says beach, please. Have an adventure, let's roll. But I just want something little to put this on. But there we go. Okay, it's pumpkin spice. Did y'all see how easy that was? I mean, it's box cake mix. I'm gonna take a bite. Sorry, put those up. And I'll post the recipe, but y'all saw how easy that was. It was just a box cake mix, and like everything else you probably have in your pantry or your refrigerator, like eggs. It was eggs, brown sugar, powdered sugar, cinnamon. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I've made cake donuts before, and they're super easy, super good. But that, look how cakey, can y'all see? It's really good. It's really moist. That topping, that streusel crumb cake topping, that is really good. So, move my coffee. It's over here. My coffee doesn't seem as sweet when I eat something sweet with it. But isn't that easy? I don't know who would be here this early, so anyway, super easy. I'm gonna post the recipe for y'all. All right. I have just a couple, I have like 8 minutes. Let's see what we can do with the snowman. This wooden spoon. I didn't bring my hair dryer. Yes, look. Got my shoes on. I got my running shoes on. My purse is right there. I'm gonna grab a donut, pour my coffee into a little tumbler, and I'm taking off. So Maggie, you'll have to wait till I get back. All right, I'm trying to dry this real quick because I want to paint a little face on my snowman, and I didn't bring my hair dryer. I don't think I have anything in here that would dry it fast. Let me open this door really fast. Here you go. You want to go out? Go ahead. All right. Okay. Let's do a little face. I think I can do a face on it. So I just painted, it's just a wooden spoon. It's like $1. Now I saw some, if it had a hole here, like see how some of these have a hole? I would maybe do them like that would hang. That would be really cute. Make a cute little, like put some greenery and I got some snowflakes and stuff, and do them this way. But most of the ones I saw were this way and had like the little scarf tied on here. I just ripped some little flannel pieces. Tie one on here. Oh wait, you know what? Jingle bells. I have some little wooden snowflakes. I just got some little bells and some baker's twine. Let's see. Put these in here. Come on. Okay. How many time? Oh, 5 minutes, okay. All right, let me tie these on here. Did y'all see my finished the little mini overalls from my live yesterday? Hang on. Let me show y'all. Because that's still not dry. Look how cute it turned out. Isn't that fun? I ended up stuffing it a little bit right here just to kind of fill it out. There's a little bit of stuffing in there. And then I added some extra to the pocket. A little patch, a little hula raffia. But this, I thought this was cute. Isn't that fun? I'm not gonna put it outside though. I'm gonna keep it inside. I've got it hanging on my laundry room door, but I thought it was so cute. I got these little Oshkosh Bagosh. These are little 9-month-old, or size 9 month. I got them for $2 at the thrift store. I thought that was super cute. All right, so I'm gonna keep it inside. I think it'll be better. All right, so let's give our snowman a quick face. And I even saw some where they put like a little stocking hat, like a little, either a glove or a sock to make a hat. I'm just gonna, it's still a little bit wet though. Let's see. Y'all don't forget Wendy is up after me. Go see what she's making for National Coffee Day. And I want to thank Sacred Treasure House. Thank you for having me. This is one of my favorite themes too. I love coffee. So fun theme. Give him a little face. I'm just going to use Q-tips to do the eyes. See? I think they need to be a little bigger than that. All right, so there's a little bit of face. I'm gonna give him some eyebrows too, but get some bigger eyes on here. Okay. There we go. Cute. I think it would be cute, like with a little, and I've got some snowflakes. I'll probably paint some little snowflakes, put in here. But like I said, I also did some teaspoons. So I'll probably do a few of these as well. Give them a little face. Isn't that cute? So I've got my work cut out for me because I've got a bunch of these. I have a whole big collection. I love this one. I don't know, but that one's got a hole, so I might make it going this way. I don't know. We'll see. That would be cute with a little toboggan hat. All right, my time is up. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I will post a picture of the donuts with the recipe. If you make them, let me know. Tag me, send me a picture or something like that. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Y'all have a great afternoon. Happy October 1st. All right, y'all have a great day. Bye.